Have you ever wondered why you feel exhausted no matter how much you sleep? Or why your ankles swell at night even though your blood pressure looks fine? What if the problem isn't your heart or your diet, but something far more silent? Something filtering every drop of blood inside you. Right now I'm talking about your kidneys, two tiny organs that quietly process nearly 50 gallons of blood every single day. But here's the frightening truth when those filters start to fail. Toxins don't just build up in your blood. They slowly poison every cell in your body. Brain fog creeps in, fatigue becomes constant, and suddenly those harmless nightly bathroom trips are warning signs your body is begging you to notice. Over 37 million Americans are living with kidney damage, and most don't even realize it, not until the symptoms become impossible to ignore. That's why I'm sounding this alarm today, because the earlier you act, the faster you can turn this around. The good news: you don't need expensive treatments or complicated supplements. Inside your own kitchen, hidden among everyday spices, are three powerful natural protectors that medical research now shows can help your kidneys filter better, reduce inflammation, and flush out toxins that have been silently accumulating for months, maybe even years. These aren't myths or internet fads. They're backed by real studies and real results. So stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use these three simple spices to protect your kidneys, restore clean energy, and reclaim the vitality you thought you'd lost. And the first one might surprise you, because most people only think of it as something sweet for their morning coffee. But science says it's doing something far more powerful deep inside your kidneys. The first spice might already be sitting in your kitchen, quietly waiting beside your morning coffee jar. Yet few people realize it's more than a flavor. It's a biochemical shield for the millions of filters inside your kidneys. When I first met Robert, a 62-year-old truck driver who lived on diner food and endless coffee refills, he came to me complaining about swollen ankles and brain fog that hit like clockwork every afternoon. His blood test showed early kidney stress, not failure yet, but the warning lights were blinking. I asked him one question: "Do you use cinnamon?" He laughed and said, "Only on French toast." Within weeks of making one small change, switching to Ceylon cinnamon daily, his energy came back, his swelling dropped, and his lab numbers improved. What happened inside his body was pure biochemistry. Your kidneys contain around 1 million microscopic filters called nephrons. Every day they sift through nearly 50 gallons of blood, separating waste from nutrients your body still needs. But when free radicals and inflammation attack those filters, they tear microscopic holes that leak waste back into your system. That's where Ceylon cinnamon steps in. This true cinnamon, not the cheaper cassia kind, contains two powerhouse compounds, cinnamaldehyde and cinnamic acid, that act like firefighters inside inflamed kidney tissue. A 2023 study in Frontiers in Pharmacology showed these molecules reduce oxidative stress markers in renal cells by up to 38%, essentially slowing the cellular rusting process that leads to kidney decline. Think of it as applying a protective coating to a fragile engine. The more consistent the coating, the longer that engine runs. Cinnamon also helps stabilize blood sugar spikes after meals. That matters because high glucose forces your kidneys to work overtime filtering excess sugar. Studies show a daily half teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon can lower post-meal glucose by 10 to 15%, easing that invisible workload on your filters. For anyone dealing with prediabetes or metabolic stress, that's like turning down the pressure inside the pipes before they burst. So how do you actually use it? Add 1 or 2 to 1 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to your morning coffee or oatmeal. Stir it into Greek yogurt, or steep a cinnamon stick in hot water for 10 minutes to make a simple, kidney-supporting tea. The secret isn't dosage, it's consistency. Small daily amounts build up protective effects over time, while large occasional doses do little and can even irritate your liver if you're using the wrong type. Always look for the label Ceylon or True Cinnamon. Imagine this: every sip or bite becomes a quiet reinforcement for your kidneys, like repainting the shield layer one stroke at a time. But only knowing this isn't enough, because your kidneys can't heal if the toxins you've already filtered just sit there. They need a natural way to flush them out, and that's where the second spice comes in, one most people ignore or even throw away as garnish. Cinnamon might protect your kidney filters, but protection alone isn't enough if waste is still trapped inside. Imagine cleaning a pool filter without flushing out the water. The dirt just settles back in. That's exactly what happens when your body can't eliminate toxins efficiently. So the next spice isn't really a spice at all. It's a humble herb that most people push aside on their dinner plate. Yet for your kidneys, it's nature's built-in detox system, fresh parsley. When Linda, a 58-year-old teacher from Wisconsin, came to me, she wasn't eating badly. In fact, she followed every health trend she could find. But her blood test told a different story. Her creatinine was creeping up, her eGFR was slipping, and she constantly felt bloated and sluggish. She said, "Dr. Ellis, I drink plenty of water, but I still feel heavy." That's when I explained that hydration alone isn't enough. Your kidneys need help moving that water through. Fresh parsley does exactly that. It's a natural diuretic, which means it helps your kidneys produce more urine safely. No harsh chemicals, no water pills. When you increase urine output the right way, your body doesn't just lose water, it flushes away built-up sodium uric acid and microscopic toxins that make your kidneys work overtime. Think of parsley as the gentle current that finally unclogs the drain. Science backs it up. A 2024 meta-analysis published in Frontiers in Medicine reviewed multiple studies and found that parsley extract improved kidney biomarkers and lowered oxidative stress in subjects with early renal dysfunction. Researchers from the University of Jeddah even confirmed that its flavonoids and vitamin C work together to protect kidney tissue while reducing inflammation. The result: healthier filtration, lower pressure inside the nephrons, and better waste clearance overall. It's simple to use, but most people make one mistake: they grab the dried version. While convenient, it lacks most of the active compounds. You want fresh parsley, bright green and fragrant. Chop it finely into salads, sprinkle it over soups, or blend a small handful with cucumber, lemon, and water for a kidney-cleansing morning drink. You can even steep 2 tablespoons of chopped leaves in hot water for 10 minutes to make a gentle detox tea. Start small, 1 to 2 tablespoons daily, and listen to your body. Most people notice clearer urine and lighter swelling within a few days. Of course, moderation matters. Parsley is rich in natural oxalates, harmless for most people, but for anyone prone to kidney stones, it's best to use small culinary amounts rather than concentrated juices. And if you're pregnant, keep parsley as a garnish only, since large amounts can trigger uterine contractions. But when used correctly, parsley becomes a quiet powerhouse for kidney health, rinsing away the very waste that cinnamon helped prevent in the first place. It's like cleaning the filters and opening the drain at the same time, giving your kidneys the break they've been begging for. Yet even if your filters are protected and your drainage is restored, there's one thing left that decides whether your kidneys truly thrive or slowly wear down blood flow. Because without proper circulation, none of these healing compounds can even reach your kidney cells. But only knowing this isn't enough, because the next spice doesn't just help, it ignites your bloodstream with life. And it might be the most surprising one yet. So now you've protected your filters with cinnamon and you've opened the drain with parsley. But there's one more problem. If blood isn't flowing freely to your kidneys, all those healing compounds can't even get there. It's like having a perfectly clean filter but no water pressure to move it. That's why this next spice is so powerful and so misunderstood. Most people think it's just about heat or flavor, but inside your body it does something extraordinary. I'm talking about cayenne pepper, nature's built-in circulation booster. When Harold, a 67-year-old retired firefighter, first came to me, he said, "Doc, my legs feel heavy, my hands are cold, and my kidneys ache after I sit for too long." What he was describing wasn't just aging, it was poor microcirculation. His blood vessels, especially the tiny capillaries inside his kidneys, were tightening, reducing the flow of oxygen and nutrients to those hardworking cells. So we added one simple thing, a pinch of cayenne pepper every morning with his breakfast eggs. Within 2 weeks, he noticed something remarkable. The heaviness in his legs faded and his energy climbed back up. That's because cayenne pepper contains capsaicin, a compound that triggers vasodilation, the widening of blood vessels. When your vessels relax, blood moves more freely, carrying oxygen, nutrients, and those cinnamon and parsley compounds right where they're needed most. It's like opening up the highways inside your body, allowing your kidneys to receive fresh, nutrient-rich blood instead of the sluggish, toxin-loaded flow that causes damage over time. A 2024 review in the journal Nutrients examined research across multiple international studies and found that capsaicin not only enhances blood flow to kidney tissue, but also reduces inflammatory markers and oxidative stress. Even more fascinating laboratory data suggests it may slow down fibrosis, the scarring and stiffening of kidney tissue that makes filtration weaker with age. Think of fibrosis like rust forming inside a pipe. Cayenne's compounds help dissolve that rust before it clogs the system. And the benefits don't stop there. Improved circulation means better nutrient delivery throughout your entire body, clearer thinking, warmer hands and feet, and a boost of steady energy that doesn't crash like caffeine. It's not about burning your tongue, it's about igniting your bloodstream. If you're wondering how to use it safely, start with a small pinch, about 1/8 teaspoon, daily added to soups, eggs, or a smoothie. Over time, you can work up to a 1/4 teaspoon if your stomach tolerates it well. Always take it with food, because on an empty stomach, cayenne can feel like fire in the wrong place. And if you have acid reflux ulcers or advanced kidney disease, it's best to talk to your healthcare provider first. Consistency is the real key. Just like you wouldn't expect one jog around the block to improve your heart health, your kidneys need daily signals to keep blood moving. Over time, that gentle stimulation improves how effectively your kidneys filter and recover less swelling, fewer nighttime bathroom trips, and a stronger sense of vitality overall. Cayenne pepper doesn't just help your kidneys, it reawakens your circulation system from head to toe. But even with this fiery support, there's still one critical factor most people forget, the very element your kidneys depend on to do their job every second of the day. Without it, none of these spices can truly perform their magic. But only knowing this isn't enough, because the real key isn't another spice, it's something far more basic, and yet it's the one thing almost everyone neglects. It's the missing element that decides whether your kidneys can actually flush those toxins out or let them build up again. Even the most powerful spices can't save your kidneys if they're running dry. Every healing process inside your body depends on one simple ancient element, water. Without it, those cinnamon antioxidants can't circulate, parsley can't flush toxins, and cayenne's boost to blood flow just hits an empty highway. Hydration isn't just about drinking more, it's about drinking smart. When Margaret, a 70-year-old retired nurse, came to me, she swore she drank plenty of water. But her kidneys told a different story. Her creatinine was creeping up, her skin looked dull, and she woke up 3 or 4 times a night just to use the bathroom. What she didn't realize was that she was gulping 2 huge bottles of water right before bed and barely sipping all day. Her kidneys weren't hydrated, they were flooded and then starving. So we fixed it. We created a simple rhythm, 1 full glass of water 30 minutes before each meal, small sips through the day, and nothing heavy after dinner. Within 2 weeks, her labs improved, and more importantly, she finally slept through the night. Her kidneys were no longer gasping between dry spells, they were getting a steady, gentle flow. That steady flow is everything. Think about rinsing soap off your hands. A few drops don't work. You need a consistent stream. Your kidneys operate the same way. They filter waste continuously, but without enough water moving through those toxins, just sit there concentrating and crystallizing into the fatigue, swelling, and dull skin so many people mistake for just getting older. Most specialists recommend drinking about half your body weight in ounces of water per day. So if you weigh 160 pounds, that's roughly 80 ounces spread across waking hours. And it's not just about plain water. Adding a few slices of lemon or cucumber can boost antioxidants, balance electrolytes, and make every sip more enjoyable. A squeeze of lemon adds natural vitamin C to protect kidney tissue, while cucumber offers trace minerals that help regulate fluid balance. If you really want to supercharge your hydration, pair your first morning glass with a pinch of unrefined sea salt. It provides trace minerals like magnesium and potassium that help your body actually use the water instead of flushing it straight out. This small trick often reduces fatigue and headaches in people who already drink enough, but still feel drained. Water is the invisible partner to every healing reaction happening inside you right now. It cools inflammation, carries nutrients, and clears the metabolic ash your kidneys work so hard to remove. Yet despite being so simple, most people treat hydration like an afterthought, and that's why so many natural remedies fail before they even start working. But just knowing this still isn't enough, because even perfect hydration can't save your kidneys if you're silently undoing the progress at every meal. There are foods hiding in plain sight, even healthy ones, that overload your filters and reverse the very benefits you're trying to create. And once you see what they are, You'll never look at your plate the same way again. You could be drinking water perfectly using the right spices, even following every piece of advice so far, and still your kidneys might be struggling. Why? Because the very food sitting on your plate every day could be quietly undoing everything you've built. This is the part most people miss, and it's often the reason they never see results. When Daniel, a 55-year-old accountant, came to me, he had done almost everything right, swapped soda for water, started walking daily, even added cinnamon and parsley, just like I'm teaching you now. But his creatinine barely moved and his blood pressure was still climbing. The problem wasn't what he added, it was what he never removed. His meals were loaded with invisible kidney stressors, the kind that look harmless, even healthy on the surface. Let's start with the biggest offender: sodium. Most people think they're safe because they don't use much table salt. But the real danger hides in processed foods. Canned soups, frozen dinners, deli meats, sauces, they all carry a sodium overload that forces your kidneys to hold on to excess water, raising blood pressure and damaging those tiny delicate filters over time. The average American consumes over 3,400 milligrams of sodium daily when kidneys function best under 2,300 milligrams. That's the difference between supporting your kidneys and silently wearing them out. The next hidden threat is oxalates, plant compounds that can form sharp crystals inside your kidneys when consumed in excess. Foods like spinach, almonds, beets, and dark chocolate sound healthy, but when eaten every day without rotation, they create microscopic stones that grind against your filtration system. Think of them like sandpaper inside the pipes. You don't need to avoid them completely, just rotate your greens. Choose kale, arugula, or romaine lettuce a few days a week to give your kidneys breathing room. And then there's the one that surprises almost everyone: added sugar. Every pastry, sweetened coffee, and healthy energy drink sends a flood of glucose into your bloodstream. Your kidneys must filter that extra sugar, and over time it overwhelms their capacity. Research shows that high sugar intake spikes oxidative stress, damages kidney cells, and accelerates inflammation, the perfect recipe for chronic kidney disease. Cutting just one can of soda a day can drop your risk by over 20%, according to the National Kidney Foundation. These three categories, sodium, oxalates, and added sugar, are the silent trio responsible for most diet-related kidney stress. The solution isn't extreme restriction, it's awareness and balance. Read nutrition labels like your health depends on it, because it does. Choose low-sodium versions of soups and sauces, limit nuts and spinach to a few times a week, and satisfy your sweet cravings with low-sugar fruits like apples, blueberries, or red grapes. Small swaps done consistently create results far faster than drastic diets you can't sustain. Once Daniel learned this, he didn't overhaul his diet overnight. He just made steady swaps: turkey instead of deli ham, kale instead of spinach, and berries instead of candy bars. 3 months later, his creatinine dropped, his blood pressure normalized, and for the first time in years, he felt clear-headed and light again. But even when your food, water, and spices are on point, there's one last factor that multiplies everything. The one habit that keeps your blood moving, your kidneys alive, and your energy rising. It's not a supplement, it's not a diet, and it costs absolutely nothing. But only knowing this isn't enough, because this final step might be the single deciding factor in whether your kidneys stay strong for decades or slowly fade without warning. You can eat perfectly, hydrate smartly, and use every spice I've mentioned, but if your body stays still for hours each day, your kidneys are still suffocating. Movement isn't just about burning calories or staying fit, it's about circulation, the silent messenger that carries oxygen, nutrients, and healing compounds straight to your kidneys. Without it, even the healthiest diet becomes like medicine stuck in a bottle, never reaching the cells that need it most. When Thomas, a 64-year-old retired engineer, came to see me, he had been following a near-perfect regimen: cinnamon, parsley, cayenne, check. Low sodium, balanced hydration, check. Yet his GFR barely improved. Then I asked one simple question: how much do you move during the day? He chuckled. Doc, I walk from the couch to the kitchen. Does that count? That was the turning point. We started small, just 10 minutes of walking after each meal. No gym, no treadmill, just real movement. Within 3 weeks, his blood pressure dropped, his legs stopped swelling, and his energy levels returned. After 2 months, his lab results finally caught up: creatinine down, GFR up, and for the first time in years, his numbers moved in the right direction. It's not magic, it's biology. Gentle movement boosts blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients directly to the nephrons, those 1 million microscopic filters working inside your kidneys. It also helps regulate insulin and lower inflammation, both of which play major roles in kidney decline. According to a 2023 study in the Journal of Renal Nutrition, even 15 minutes of daily walking can improve renal blood flow by nearly 20%, especially in adults over 55. That's not a workout. That's a life support system in motion. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Just make movement a rhythm, not a chore. Walk after dinner instead of scrolling on your phone. Do light stretching before bed to relax blood vessels and improve nighttime circulation. Set a timer on your phone to stand up and stretch every hour 2 minutes at a time can change everything. Consistency always beats intensity. Here's the hidden truth: movement is the spark that activates every benefit we've talked about. It helps cinnamon's compounds reach kidney cells, allows parsley's detox effect to circulate faster, and amplifies cayenne's impact on blood flow. It's the missing link between knowing what helps your kidneys and actually feeling the difference. Think of your body like a river. When the water moves, everything inside stays fresh and alive. When it stagnates, toxins settle, inflammation builds, and energy fades. Your kidneys are no different. They thrive in motion. But only knowing this isn't enough, because even if you walk every day and do everything right, there's still one more truth to uncover: a truth about how quickly your kidneys can begin to repair once all 6 pieces fall into place. And what happens next might just change how you look at your health forever. So here's what I want you to remember. Your kidneys are not failing you. They're fighting for you every single day. They filter your blood, balance your energy, and keep your entire system alive without ever asking for thanks. The least we can do is give them what they need to thrive: clean hydration, natural spices, gentle movement, and a little patience. Healing doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen when you show up for your body consistently. If today's video helped you understand your kidneys a little better, don't let this just be another thing you scroll past. Save this video so you can come back to it anytime you need a reminder. And make sure to subscribe to the channel, because every week I share real science-backed strategies to help you protect your kidneys, lower creatinine naturally, and rebuild your strength from the inside out. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss something that could change your health or even save your life. Remember this: your age doesn't decide your health, your actions do. Every small step you take today, a glass of water, a walk after dinner, a sprinkle of cinnamon, is one less reason to fear dialysis tomorrow. I believe in your ability to heal, and I've seen it happen again and again. You have more control than you think, and your kidneys are ready to respond if you just give them the chance. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I'm Dr. Mark.